Hello everyone, and welcome to the study of raw diaries. In this video, I will be taking you to some of my favorite sights, bites, and buys from my first week here in Taiwan. And of course, before anything important, we have to have breakfast. I had an overnight flight, so my uncle brought me to this breakfast spot near the airport bright and early at 6:30 a.m. They were just opening. Something that I will always miss about Taiwan living in the States is the convenience of having a fresh, savory breakfast available within walking distance anywhere. I don't know what it is about having warm soup and dumplings for breakfast, but it just completely warms my soul and washes away the jet lag. Just a bit. But you guys, this was seriously everything I needed after a long 12-hour flight from Seattle. The dumplings were steamed to perfection with the perfect QQ texture. The xiaolongbao was warm and savory and might have burned my tongue a bit, but it was so worth it. Ama, say hello. Wow. Our next stop was a quick drop at Baisatun Gongtiangong. Living in the States, I feel that I am definitely quite removed from this side of my cultural heritage, so I always appreciate my family members taking me along to the temples here in Taiwan, even though I don't fully quite understand all the practices. Either way, I am grateful to have this opportunity to learn, and the architecture is quite beautiful. We continued our drive down south along the eastern border of Taiwan and stopped by this observation deck in Qingshui village to enjoy the fresh ocean breeze and sun. This is one of those spots along the countryside that just feels so peaceful and away from the city. The salty air blowing in your face, the blue ocean melting into the horizon, it's worth the drive. Something really cool that my uncle and I saw while we were here were these amas who were harvesting oysters along the beach. They told us that they come every morning during low tide and harvest oysters to be sold at the market later in the day. They even let me and my uncle try some, and it was so fresh. A full morning of driving and exploring stirred up our appetites, so we headed over to Qisan Qiaotou dumpling restaurant for some lunch. I got ganban mian, a dry noodle with simmered pork and bean sprouts, and it was so good. The noodles were bouncy, the sauce was sweet and umami, and the bean sprouts gave it the perfect amount of crunch and freshness to this very indulgent bowl of noodles. After a delicious lunch, we were back onto the road to our next site, Qingshui Art Village. Also known as the Taichung Qingshui Military Cultural Park, this is a former military dependent village that has been preserved and now used as a cultural and creative space. The park's unique architecture features military village buildings, many of which were originally Japanese-style dormitories from the Japanese occupation of Taiwan. Now, the park serves as a space for cultural creativity, with festivals and art exhibitions being held here often. The Bureau of Cultural Affairs also holds a military village cultural festival with local communities to deepen the tourists' understanding towards Qingshui's military village culture. A short walk to the other side of the street is the Taichung City Seaport Art Center. Built in traditional Chinese architecture style, the art center features an exhibition hall, concert hall, and open-air stage. The center also features beautiful gardens that makes the most serene landscape. After a very long day, we headed over to what might be my favorite miigao restaurant of all time, Cai Miigao Dian. Miigao is a Taiwanese dish made from glutinous sticky rice and various savory toppings, usually including pork and mushrooms. Atais, however, is my absolute favorite because its pork has a caramelly sweetness similar to luro fan, and it also has a lot of umami from the soy sauce and mushrooms. Atai's miqao is also not over-steamed, so there's a lot of structural integrity to the rice cake, and it might be personal preference, but it really helps retain a really good texture and mouthfeel where you can really taste each grain of rice. For the next few days, I spent my time unpacking and settling in, and of course, taking advantage of the fact that classes don't start for another 2 weeks to go shopping and exploring the food scene. First on the list is, of course, stationery. Every time I go back to Taiwan, I need to stock up on all the cute pens and stickers, and oh my god, look how cute this capybara is. Next stop is skincare. I always buy my skincare and makeup from Innisfree, and I love to go to their location at Sogo Zhongxiao Fuxing Mall, which is conveniently right above the intersection of the brown and blue lines. They also almost always have some really good discounts and deals. My favorite products are their green tea hyaluronic moist sunscreen, their green tea serum, and of course the essential shadow palette. A quick walk from Sogo is Net, a department store that has a lot of affordable basics that are honestly pretty good quality for the price. This was one of my first stops for clothes since all my American clothes were way too thick for the Taiwan heat and humidity. Now all that shopping plus the heat calls for a cold sweet treat, so we headed over to 8% Ice on Yongkangjie for some gelato. They have rotating specialty flavors and actually have a bistro also on Yongkangjie, which I will get to later. But anyways, I got the Tieguanyin gelato with a matcha shortbread cookie on top, and it was delicious. The tea flavor was so fragrant, and of course it was not too sweet. And because my Seattle weather adjusted self really could not deal with the 90-degree weather, I also got a cold golden oolong tea from this tea shop right across the street, and it was the perfect refreshment for less than $2. After a full day shopping, I ended my day back on Yongkangjie, this time to visit 8% Cafe. They had a special set menu promotion where you can get a pasta, drink, and a dessert, all the while enjoying the clean and cozy atmosphere and live music. I got the galletti pasta with scallop and sea urchin cream sauce, and to my surprise, it was light and not too heavy with a light uni flavor and a perfectly seared golden scallop. My grandma got the spaghetti with garlic pork fillet, and I tried a bite of that as well, and it was really good. I also got this coffee that really reminds me of Talcona coffee, and they said that they whip it I think 1,000 times. Either way, it was nice, fluffy, and not too sweet, and the milk was really creamy. We also got a small assortment of desserts. I actually don't remember what each of them are, but we got 4 and split them up so we could try a little bit of everything. My favorite was definitely this passion fruit and mango milfui. Up next is another full day of shopping, but first, let's go get lunch. We are at Nara Thai Cuisine at their Zhongxiao branch, and this might be my favorite Thai cuisine restaurant chain. I don't have the English menu on me, but I will try to remember what everything is called. This was a spicy seafood salad, which was actually quite spicy for me. My favorite dish was these fried shrimp cakes and also this eggplant and pork stir fry, sweet and salty fried pork, salty egg yolk soft shell crab. Oh my gosh, this was amazing. And of course, had to get the salty egg yolk calamari. And I finally finished everything with a shaved ice and also a sago dessert. We spent the next few hours window shopping and running a few errands before finally heading over to Banqiao for dinner. And of course, because when in Taiwan, you have to get xiaolongbao, so we are at Din Tai Fung in their mega city restaurant location in Banqiao district. We got all the classics, of course, starting with shan la tang, hot and sour soup, hong you chao shou, spicy pork and shrimp wontons, pai gu chao fan, pork fried rice, and of course, pork xiaolongbao. And because there is always room for dessert, we had to get my favorite dessert here at Din Tai Fung, the taro xiaolongbao. To walk off all the food we just ate, we ended up at Wufenpu Shopping District, a historical wholesale clothing district known for affordable fashion finds. But be aware, it can be a little bit overstimulating. We are up bright and early today at 8 a.m. Well, technically not that early, but I am very jet lagged to try this local milkfish porridge spot in Zhongshan district. Beloved by taxi drivers and locals, the spot is open all day for a delicious, warm, savory bowl of milkfish porridge. Warm and hearty, this porridge is loaded with fish and has a pretty light fish flavor, so I love to add some Chinese white pepper powder to bring out some more flavor. And to avoid a blood sugar spike, we added some more protein fiber by ordering a scrambled egg and my favorite vegetable, qingshui, or morning glory. And then my uncle made me try these deep-fried fish intestines. Let's just say they are really crispy, but definitely an acquired taste that I don't have. We then took a short walk over to this traditional style fresh day market where I think they're called taipei, and there are a lot of vendors there selling fresh produce, meats, and street food. It was so cool to see how fresh all the food was and how you can buy so much directly from the farmer, fisherman, or butcher. I spent the rest of the day with my uncle to help out with some of his errands for work before driving back down to Taichung, this time to catch the sunset at the Gaomei Wetlands Nature Reserve. Just south of the Dajia River in Qingshui district, Taichung, this 1,500-acre wetland is home to a rich ecology of migratory birds, fiddler crabs, and mudskippers. The nature reserve is a popular tourist spot for birdwatching, playing in the water, and of course, the beautiful sunsets. The reserve features lookout spots, informational posts, and an 800-meter boardwalk. And while it was quite cloudy today, the red setting sun peeking through the clouds, illuminating the sky in shades of pink and gold was so beautiful and a perfect way to end my first week here in Taiwan.